show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. Alright, we're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, a lot of things happen in Hollywood, aka Hollywood, that tend to go unnoticed for a number of reasons. Sometimes events happen, but after times go by, it gets swept under the rug because it's either not spoken about anymore or the newer generation don't know enough about it because of all the time that passed. So when things tend to happen and become a pattern amongst a certain group of individuals, it's no longer a conspiracy theory, as many would like to call it, but instead it should be considered a problem. Which brings us to our next story on Martin Lawrence and an interesting situation that occurred in the 90s that most people are unaware of even up until this day. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so we can continue dropping videos like this, bringing awareness to real events happening behind the scenes that some of us may have forgot. Thanks in advance. Now, Martin Lawrence is a comedian / actor who got his start in Hollywood by doing stand-up comedy in Washington, D.C. He would go on to appear in multiple movies and series such as Boomerang, What's Happening Now, House Party, Do the Right Thing, Bad Boys, Talking Dirty After Dark, Def Comedy Jam, Life, Nothing to Lose, Blue Streak, Black Knight, National Security, and many more. He even had his own show, Martin, that appeared on Foxx, that received major success through his 5-season run, first aired in 1992 and ended in 1997. The main characters included Gina Waters, aka Tisha Campbell, Cole Brown, aka Carl Anthony Payne, Thomas, Tommy Schrawn, Pamela, Pam James, Sean McDermott, John Grise, and Stan Winters, who was actually Garrett Morris. His show Martin received so much success, it took millions of viewers away from NBC's must-see TV lineup on Thursday nights. Martin ratings was through the roof so much that Fox became more of a contender against NBC and came closer to being considered among the top television networks at the time, solely because of Martin and his show. But y'all know in Hollywood, there's always controversy followed by any type of success. Now, Martin would go on to have a couple hiccups throughout his career, followed by lawsuits and health scares. One of which happened when he hosted Saturday Night Live in February 19, 1994, and made crude remarks about women's genitalia and personal hygiene. Martin Lawrence would be banned from NBC for a period of time, but later received an apology from the president of NBC at the time, Warren Littlefield. Then in January of 1997, Martin co-star Tisha Campbell Martin filed a lawsuit against him, alleging sexual harassment and abuse both on and off set, but by April 1997, Campbell had settled the lawsuit and returned to appear in the last 2 episodes of the show. But it's the next 3 events that took place that is the most skeptical and have people wondering what's going on in Hollywood, as Jamie Foxx himself have recently went through a similar altercation on set, filming his latest movie, Back in Action. Now in July 1995, while on the set filming A Thin Line in Between Love and Hate, it's said that Martin lashed out in a violent rage and was then hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. There was no real explanation behind his outrage. It just said that Martin started lashing out at people on set and was admitted to the hospital. Then in May of 1996, reports say Martin became erratic and was arrested after he was brandishing a pistol in the middle of an intersection on Ventura Boulevard in Los Angeles and screamed, "They're trying to kill me." He was again hospitalized with his public relations agent telling the media that it was just exhaustion and dehydration as the reason behind his actions. Then, in August of 1999, Martin slipped into a 3-day coma after collapsing from heat exhaustion while jogging in 100-degree Fahrenheit weather in preparation for Big Mama's house while wearing heavy clothing and a plastic suit. He He recovered in the hospital after entering a near-fatal coma due to a body temperature of 107 degrees Fahrenheit, where his breathing was held by a ventilator. Now, don't all of this sound familiar? Because Jamie Foxx, who had a weird and head-scratching medical complication, so they say, has shared a very similar act of events leading up to his hospital visit himself. Now, on the set of Jamie Foxx's newest movie, Back in Action, we were told that Jamie Foxx had a quote-unquote meltdown where he fired staff members and accused one of the Netflix staff of stealing money from him and tried to offer an expensive Rolex as collateral. When it was all said and done, Foxx reportedly had to fire 4 people from production, including the executive producer, 2 directors, and his driver. That same day, Jamie also called police to the set for unknown reasons and said that they are trying to kill him. Suddenly, just days after that incident happened on set, reports came out shortly after that Jamie Foxx suffered a medical complication and had to be rushed to the hospital, where reports say Jamie Foxx literally died and was revived back to life due to the quick response of the medic team. Now, was it a coincidence that days after Jamie Foxx fired all those staff members because somebody was stealing money and he called the cops saying that someone is trying to kill him, that he's rushed to the hospital with the unknown medical complication just days after? Who knows? But also, looking back at Martin Lawrence's situation in 1996, where he was in the middle of a busy street waving a pistol, also saying that they were trying to kill him, the question I have is, who is they? To this day, in both situations between Martin and Jamie Foxx, we still don't know who they are. But of course, the media will try and make the two look crazy, as headlines on websites said that Jamie Foxx had a meltdown on set when he fired people. But we know how the media could twist a narrative and make someone look crazy, because if he fired people, including his own driver, and called the cops saying that they are trying to kill him, that don't sound like someone who's having a meltdown. That sounds like someone who is in fear of their life and trying to get help because something has occurred. Same for Martin Lawrence. And what we do know is, throughout both situations where it's been reported that both of them said that someone is trying to kill them, to this day, we still don't know who the someone or who they are. We just stop hearing about it, and the next you know, it gets swept under the rug, and there goes that. Now, when it comes to Martin Lawrence and his situation, they blame dehydration and exhaustion on the fact that he was in the middle of the street with a gun, waving it saying that someone is trying to kill him. I don't never recall a time where I was very dehydrated where I told anybody that someone was trying to kill me. I'm just saying. Now also, when Martin Lawrence slipped into that 3-day coma due to quote-unquote heat exhaustion, just like Jamie Foxx, they say that Martin had a near-death experience too, because they say that the ventilator is the only thing that pretty much kept him alive. Though we may not know what really happens to any of these celebrities, it's just a well-known pattern that they tend to go through, where things just don't seem to make any sense to us, but the media gives us another story. I'll leave that up to y'all. Comment down below and let me know what y'all think about the similarities between the altercation that took place between Martin Lawrence and Jamie Foxx. As for now, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. I'm out.